You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I have got your weekly prediction edition. Jason Morgan is going to get real results, and looks like Michael is going to lawyer up. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we've got predictions for Michael and Alexis, for Jason and Charlotte, for Dex, for Jack and Carly, and also for Anna Devane and someone surprising. Hey, if you're not following us, please reach down, click subscribe, and let's dive in with the very first prediction. Michael Corinthos freaks out and gets a lawyer, maybe Alexis. So last week, Nina served Michael with separation papers. Without consulting her daughter Willow, we saw Nina hire Martin Gray, explain the whole adultery thing, and then had him file papers for legal separation without him ever speaking to his client, Willow. And despite Nina not asking her first, Willow seems actually okay with this, which is weird. Spoilers for next week on Thursday, December 26th, have Michael going to Jason to unburden himself. Of course, Jason knows Michael had that one-night stand with Sasha, and he knew about Drew and Willow before anybody else. And these two have a chat at the Quartermaine Mansion, and I'm guessing Michael tells him that Willow served him separation papers. So I wonder if Jason's going to tell him, you know what, you need to go ahead and get a lawyer. Even if you decide you want to work things out, you need to have everything ready in case it doesn't work out. So we could see Michael deciding that they're doomed not long after this, because that same day Willow has to defend herself. And I wonder if Michael goes to see the kids over at Nina's and finds out Uncle Drew has been at the house spending time with Willow for the holidays, you know, the day that Michael was home alone, missing his family and lonely. And on Friday, December 27th, spoilers say Michael goes looking for advice, and maybe it's from a lawyer. Diane just left town. We saw her for a minute maybe, and that's his usual lawyer, so maybe he hires Alexis. Our second prediction, Jason locates Charlotte and Valentine. So Jason and Spinelli are hot on the trail of Valentine and Charlotte to get her back in town so that her mom Lulu, fresh out of that coma, can finally see her daughter. And the current theory is that Spinelli may be able to find Charlotte using some of her social media accounts or some of her interest in horses, some kind of digital trail, since teenage girls cannot stay off their phones. Spoilers for Friday, December 27th say Jason stuns Anna. So unless it's another kiss, maybe Jason is bringing her news that he and the Jackal have located Charlotte and Valentine by following the teen's digital footprint. This would be great news for Anna, who is absolutely sick with guilt over Lulu being awake, yet unable to reunite with her daughter. Plus, of course, that awkward news she still has to tell her, oh, by the way, I shot your kid. So how long until Jason does as he said he would and leaves to find them and either drag Valentine back to town or force him to surrender Charlotte so she can go back to see her mom? Our third prediction, Dex's autopsy stuns Port Charles. So we all know that Cyrus Renaud killed Dex the same way he did Sam McCall. We know Cyrus stabbed Dex in the park, but the cops survived it, and so Cyrus finished him off at the hospital with some digitalis. I'm guessing that Portia Robinson ordered a big rush on Dex's autopsy because this is two healthy people that have died after routine surgery. So spoilers for Thursday, December 26th say Dante gets news that alarms him, and the day after, Alexis gets a shock. So I wonder if it's the autopsy results, because working with, the police department, even though he's on a leave right now, Dante would obviously find out. And Alexis's shock, of course, might be Michael coming to ask for legal help with a divorce, or it may be that Alexis find out that Dex died of the same substance as Sam. And of course, that would have her trying to figure out who would target them both, because it doesn't really make sense. They don't have a lot of overlaps and connections. And this could open the wounds. They're still grieving, but it could reopen the scar tissue that's just starting to form. Our fourth prediction, Jack and Carly finally have a real date. We've seen Jack and his growing crush on Carly, and she definitely is vibing with him. And if you remember, it's been quite a few weeks ago that Jack invited her to have dinner in his room at the Metro Court, but that evening was cut short because the PI was stalking Carly to his room to try and destroy Sonny's alibi for the night of Jagger's shooting. And then this Friday, Carly ran into Jack and invited him to her house for Christmas Eve, which Sonny didn't like, but tough noogies, it's her house. So spoilers for Monday see that Brennan leaves Carly's house earlier than the other guest, probably because Sonny is being a total prat to him. He does not like Carly being around this slick silver fox, but I do. I like their vibe. So while Brennan and Carly are standing outside her house talking in the cold, I suspect he may ask her out. Spoilers for Friday, December 27th say Jack has a request for someone. So if he doesn't ask her on Christmas Eve, maybe by the end of the week. So I think he's going to ask her out on a real date, a do-over, because, apparently nobody is investigating Jagger's death anymore. The FBI just totally forgot about a murdered agent. So I guess Carly can now openly date him. I mean, I hope so, because I like them together. And this Jagger thing is just added to the list of dropped plots, and I can't predict closure on that because I just think they're going to shove it under the rug, like Austin's murder. Like, remember when Ava was being stalked and sent things and that evaporated? Just so many things. All right, our fifth and final prediction is Anna gets a visit from family. If you remember, it was back in Thanksgiving 2023 when Emma Drake popped up into Port Charles to see her grandparents Anna Devane and Robert Scorpio. And that's been a year. And of course, Anna has no family in town. Her ex, Robert, has bailed and she's drowning in guilt because of the Charlotte debacle. She has no boyfriend and Anna is pretty much all alone. And we just had that one episode cameo from William Lipton as Cameron Weber. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought back Brooklyn Ray Silzer as Emma just to give Anna a little bit of Christmas cheer, because spoilers from Monday, December 23rd says that Anna gets a surprise for the holidays. So maybe it's family coming to see Anna. If so, the likeliest choice would be her granddaughter, Emma. That would be a great surprise for Emma, for Anna, but if Emma shows up, that may also torment Anna further because, getting a visit from her granddaughter while Lulu still can't be with her own daughter could make her feel really bad. I actually don't feel bad for Anna suffering this guilt because she was so clearly in the wrong to have crawled back in Valentine's bed knowing what he'd been up to and then giving him that heads up to avoid the FBI stuff. So I definitely think she deserves this guilt. And if she does get a visit from Emma, it may just heighten it.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.